Welcome back to Domestique Cycling Podcast. I'm Bram, joined as always by Ethan. This Saturday, the Vuelta a España starts in Monaco. 3,275 kilometers and 58,000 meters of climbing to Granada with 7 summit finishes and 2 time trials. Tadej Pogacar is riding it for the only Grand Tour title he does not have, 7 years after finishing third here on his debut at 20 years old. Primoz Roglic is now expected to start 5 weeks after being hit by a car in training, but he won't be chasing the 5th Vuelta. That would make him the outright record holder. Felix Gall and Oscar Onley come straight from Burgos, where 5 seconds separated them. And on Monday morning, Visma confirmed that Jonas Vingegaard, the defending champion, will not race again this season. A lot to talk about, Ethan. How are you doing?
I'm very good, Bram. Slightly ill, but we warrior on. The Vuelta is an exciting time, obviously, for the hardcore cycling fans. The casual fans perhaps are not going to tune in unless maybe Pogacar does something extraordinary. In terms of the GC battle, I think we're going to have to keep that very brief. But surrounding the rest of the race, we can maybe dive into that a little bit further, especially the route.
Yes. So, as you said, the GC battle, I think for GC victory, we don't really get to talk a lot. Podium battle, I think, is pretty open. Yeah. So I think that is worth watching the race for. But yeah, Tadej Pogacar lines up at a Grand Tour, and neither Jonas Vingegaard or Remco Evenepoel or Paul Sixas are there. So you've kind of got a Giro scenario all over again, but even worse because it's Pogacar.
10 times worse.
Yeah, but I think the route is pretty interesting. You've got a lot of opportunities for breakaways, in my opinion. It depends on how hungry Pogacar is here and how much he wants to preserve for later races like the World Championships and of course Lombardia.
Yeah, you're definitely going to see that come into the equation, I think, aren't you? Towards the end, maybe that just saving his powder for those later goals, including Montreal and then Lombardia. But Lombardia is the one race, I mean, you can basically just turn up to it and win. So
yeah, but there's now also other riders who are going into more of a training block for those races, whereas he's going to probably race quite hard. But yeah, maybe he doesn't race as hard, but can still win 5 or 6 stages, if not more. But maybe he doesn't go for like a 4-minute gap on a stage.
No.
Hasn't done that in a while. All right. And also, I think the green jersey battle is an interesting one here with some... I mean, just to be clear, while we're recording this, there are 4 teams that have officially announced their lineup. So this doesn't give us a whole lot to talk about, but there's, of course, a lot of folks who have said, I'm going to the Vuelta over the past couple of weeks. We just don't have a full or even near full start list just yet. That being said, we're starting off in Monaco.
I mean, you went to Monaco, I think, a few months ago.
It's already over a year ago, but yeah.
That felt like a few months ago. But in terms of the aesthetics, I think it's going to be a nice watch to see the time trial around there. Formula One nerds are going to like it as well because it goes partly on the course. I know we both like that kind of thing. Going to be quite technical probably as well, the prologue time trial thing. So
there's not a lot of straight roads in Monaco.
Well, yeah. You have the hairpin. Who's going to do like a Mazepin and just dive bomb someone into the hairpin? We will see there what happens.
Or do like Hamilton where he goes one-handed.
Yeah, do like a one-hand turn down the hairpin. That would be quite funny to see. I'm not sure if they go through the swimming pool chicane, but if they did, that looked quite nice.
I think they passed there, but it's not a chicane in real life.
It's not a chicane, it's just straight. But just the area of where it is.
I actually don't know from the top of my head if they're going to pass the harbour, but I would expect so.
You would expect. Also, maybe a bit. Yeah, that. Who would probably? You just assume I'm going to say Pogacar would probably be a top contender there. Because people underrate his time trial ability as well. That's one thing on flats.
He's a top 5 time trialist in the world, I think, even on the flat. Mm-hmm. So that being said, in terms of competition for this, it is a very short time trial at under 10 kilometers. So it is something for specialists. I would expect someone like a Pedersen to also do pretty good here. You have Wout van Aert, could also do pretty good here.
Ivan Romeo, probably one of the ones you look at there. In terms of other contenders, imagine if Felix Gall did a time trial like that. You have Stefan Kung, Stefan Kung, I think, definitely said he was going to the Vuelta when he won that time trial. So that would be quite interesting to see how he goes and does in this opening time trial, because he's coming back to form a little bit. Marco Brenner as well. That's how he brings that confidence from winning the Tour de Polonia to the race. But in terms of the pure time trialists, there's a lack of time trialists. Jay Vine is probably up there with Pogacar, I'd say, on the time trial.
Yeah, but you're saying pure time trialists, but we have it's a 9.7 kilometer time trial. It's not really something for pure time trialists. It's like that prologue distance that you can get some surprises, you know.
Yeah. Bike handling is going to be a big thing into it as well.
Who?
Bike handling. Not a rider.
I was like, got no idea what you just said there. But yeah, I expect that classic guys still have a shot here. Obviously, Pedersen and Van Aert are both sort of aiming for the red jersey in the first couple stages in that first opening weekend. So I expect both of them to go all out here. Of course, Roglic is also a very good time trialist. Let's not forget that he is.
Underestimated Roglic, is it? Maybe.
But you did mention that bike handling would play into it. So
yeah, so there goes Roglic and Jay Vine out of the equation, isn't that so?
Sorry for anyone who finds that offensive. But it is just what it is. Then Axel Laurence, I think, also has a shot. I mean, his time trial is not top level, but I do think that Skelmos is he's a good one for this, because there is some elevation to be gained. So yeah, I think those are some good shouts.
Yeah, he's Skelmos' time trial at the Tour de France, wasn't it? It
was very impressive.
Was a stage podiums, and also on the team time trial, we did very well. Did good effort there. But Axel Laurence, if he's within distance of the competition there on the opening stage, it could be a nice lookout for stage 2, because that is right up his alleyway, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, although with Pedersen and Van Aert, well, it's a bit more difficult.
Yeah, so, obviously that is. I maybe would put him ahead of Van Aert in this finish in terms of the fitness level, probably.
I mean, it's a bit unsure how fit Van Aert is, of course, although he's on a pretty big training block for this.
And the gravel Belgian Championships, which was on Sunday, coming second.
Which I think he gave away to his mate, but just suddenly getting dropped to Cam before the line. I think he just dropped his watts by 101. But actually, one name that is rumored to be here, not confirmed yet, of course, is also Ethan Hayter in a TT. I think he also deserves a mention. Especially shorter TT.
Have you not been disappointed by his time trial this year, though? He's not been. Obviously, he won the British one, didn't he? But the rest of them have been poor by his standards, I would say. They had the Poland one. I think he finished just inside the top 10. You had the Basque Country, which Basque Country was one with climbing, it wasn't it? So
yeah, I mean, you had at the start of the season, you had UE Tour 4th, Tirreno 8th, Of course, Nationals he won, and then Poland 8th. Like, those are places where I would expect him to finish. No?
Yeah. With the competition we're seeing here, you maybe could see him in the top 5, especially because, it's a shorter effort.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the battle for the red jersey, I think you've got the classics guys, and then a bit more of the climby punchers as well. Any names there that we need to have a look for? Romeo is also one that could be up there. No?
Yeah, Romeo. I think he's gonna have a very, very good Vuelta. Obviously, you get extra motivation, don't you, racing on home roads.
Well, so not there yet, but
well, it basically is will count. Well, it's the Vuelta, so we'll count that as that. That's off there. But you're looking at people for this victory in this stage. I don't know what Visma are going to do.
I mean,
what do you do? Do you do Van Aert or do you do Brennan?
Or now apparently also talks of Laporte. And I find the combination of Van Aert, Brennan, and Laporte in the same team. Like, so you've got the same rider 3 times.
Yeah, what's the point?
Yeah, versatility, I guess. And then you've also got Bantula if it's a bit tougher. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously non-confirmed, but I'm just checking the stats website, and you've got Laporte there in the lineup. So I find that a confusing team.
Magnus Cort on his day. I mean, going out in style, that'll be quite something to watch. He's on the domestic hot seat this week, so make sure you tune in there on everything. And if he was to go and get a victory here, he would add a 7th stage to his Vuelta titles. So that would be...
I mean, the dude loves the Vuelta, that's for sure. And I mean, it's expected to be his last race, I think, no? Or is he...
It is, yeah. He's going into retirement after this. Mulubran as well. He would like this type of finish. A rider with Eritrea behind him. It would be interesting to see what he do though. As well with Langelotti, they must have made some form of promise to make him join the race mid-season. Mid-season.
I mean, have him line up in his own town. I think that'd be...
You're gonna kind of have to, aren't you? You dug yourself a hole there.
Yeah, but I also think like that's... Yeah, have a rider start in Monaco, like a Monegasque rider start in Monaco. That's going to put him on like the front. Like that's going to give him quite a lot of publicity. It's going to give the team a lot of publicity because, you know, like the Prince of Monaco is going to want to
get some extra
show
cash
off with their riders.
And get some extra dough in it as well. So, I mean, with how rich that place
people from Monaco need, but
well, yeah, in terms of the outlook, you probably assume Lidl-Trek do what they did in the Tour de France and control the entirety of that stage, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it is 3,000 meters of elevation. It is tough. And it's also 215 kilometers. So it's not going to be an easy control for sure.
But they've done it before and they'll do it again.
Yeah. It is just, it is on the edge of what both Pedersen and Van Aert can do.
I think Pedersen, after what he showed, if he can carry that Tour de France form easily, I think he...
The climbing ahead of the finish it's pretty significant.
So who would you say would win the stage?
Pogacar. If he wants to, he does.
I'm actually going to say Axel Laurent. I don't know why. I'm thinking Axel Laurent's generally. I'm feeling it.
Then yeah, on stage 3, we're already heading into the mountains to Font-Romeu, where we have a hockey stick stage, very typical for the Vuelta. Yeah, basically one long big climb, but with a little descent in the middle of it or towards the end of it. Yeah, here we'll see Pogacar open up the legs and take control of the race, I think.
Maybe more people could stay with him, though, and at least in the atmosphere of him, because the gradients are only 6 to 7%. Don't laugh at that. So yeah, maximum gradients of 7% on that climb, and it's towards the middle portion of it. So
yeah, it's towards the end of the first section of the climb.
yeah.
But yeah, then you have the little plateau over top, small descent, and then I think it's like 6% towards the line.
It goes up to 2,000 meters, just under 2,000 meters, isn't it?
Yeah, like altitude-wise, it's quite significant. But yeah, I expect that Pogacar rides away here and just asserts control. But the stage 4, we already have Andorra, 105 kilometers, super short stage, but very mountainous, with basically the first 25 kilometers are one big climb.
Yep, the Envaura, something like that. I don't want to butcher that. Sorry to any Andorran people. That's probably half the peloton. But yeah, brutal climb, really. To start off the day, if your legs are in a bad shape, you are straight out the back. 23 kilometers, isn't it? So plenty of room for any escapees to build an advantage. Then you have a descent. And then you have the Collado del Alguacil Category 1 climb. And then you have the Ordino, which is, that's a
tough one.
That's a famed one. Category 1. Then you have, one more climb thrown into the finish, and then a descent all the way to the finish with a small area of flat to the finish. So it's going to be boring. I'm not actually going to say. I'm going to say breakaway might win this.
I expect a breakaway to go for this as well, and perhaps Pogacar gives away the jersey.
Probably, yeah.
Use stage 3 as a way to get time on competitors, but then stage 4, give it away.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Stage 5, we've got a hilly stage to Jerez de Libre, and I mean, this also screams quite a lot of breakaway to me, but could potentially sprint. I mean, the climbs on the profile look ridiculous, but they're also like they're not very very high. So it's like 2,100 meters of elevation gain.
It's the accumulation of them in that section. So if someone ramps it up, then people are going to the sprinters will obviously get dropped. You have the uncategorized one, 2.7, 6.4%.
But that's the thing, like when we're saying the sprinters are going to get dropped, who are the sprinters here? Because all the real sprinters are in the Renewed Tour.
Yeah.
We've only got versatile sprinters here who can climb, because otherwise you're not coming to the Vuelta.
So you would assume Mats Pedersen is going to be a big favourite for that one?
Yeah, I mean, I think Brennan gets dropped.
But
then you still got maybe Laporte gets dropped, but I think he gets over this.
Yeah. Wout does he get dropped?
I think if Pedersen gets over, Wout gets over.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And if not, you forgot Tulip and that team. Other versatile sprinters here.
I was speaking to Stefan Descourtine of Lotto, who's going to be making his debut. He's looking just to build the engine in the race. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do on stages like these. But he said to me in our interview that the first real sprint opportunity will be stage 11, and that is a long time into the race, isn't it?
That is a very long time into the race. Although I will say that stage 5, I think there is a sprint opportunity as well, but one for the more versatile sprinters. Although I do think Descourtine could be considered that as well. You've got Lawrence Pithy.
He was
also has a real turn of speed
and can climb. So
yes, I'm just looking at Cofidis because they've announced while we've been recording, as has Exius Astana, which is nice. While we're recording this, everyone's suddenly announcing. Very useful of them. I'm not really seeing more versatile sprinters being announced so far. Oh, you've got
really.
Helmos.
Sport Foldager
from
is the,
Jacob.
like Foldager is like the one for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Thibaut Ness in his day.
But like that's the thing.
You've got Pedersen there, so no.
Yeah, they have Pedersen there, so you can't really have that much opportunities. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Thibaut Ness, because isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I was so unsure that he would participate, but now his training's gone well. Values are good.
Is his contract running out?
Apparently, yeah.
If I was him, I would leave.
Doubt. Leave? Really? No.
I would. Because
because
any Grand Tour he goes to is going to have someone in the way of his opportunities.
That's true, but the way that like him and his dad are tied to Trek,
that's the thing.
I doubt that he'll ever leaves Trek.
Mm.
But I think for his career, it'd be better.
Yeah.
If he goes to a team that needs an Ardennes guy,
like Lotto,
for sure. But you could even go to Soudal Quickstep, and I think their Ardennes squad. I mean, I think he'd fit there. To be fair, he'd fit in a lot of teams, but just Trek has sort of gobbled up all the Ardennes guys a little bit. Mm-hmm. Other Red Bulls on the same. I expect that Ness will stay at Trek. So we've got stage 6.
Oof.
Again, medium mountain
with gravel.
Break with gravel as well. That's a breakaway, isn't it?
Yeah, and that last climb is an absolute flipping Brutus, really. I think the gradients of the Puerto El Bartolo has been maybe watered down just because of the opening, the kind of like just before the middle of the climb, it goes down to like 4%. But then you get towards the top of it where that gravel section is, you have 13% gradients, 12% gradients. So yeah, you're going to have to be kicking, aren't you, really, on that gravel to get the traction needed to get up and fly.
Yeah, for sure. Which is why I'm thinking it's a breakaway stage.
Do you feel like a Spaniard could win this one? Like
Castrillo?
Yeah, like a Castrillo goes back to his Conforma 2024 antics.
Yeah.
That'd be nice to see.
Definitely. And then, I mean, it's also it's the last dance of Nairo Quintana, I believe.
It is, actually. He's retiring after the Vuelta, so it's sad to see.
He is of that age, 36. So I think the last years has also not been the performance that he would have liked.
No, he had that. Probably only notable thing was when he had that Giro one. I think was maybe it's the multi-roller. Pogacar caught him, if you remember. That's that. I think it was that one, 2024.
Yeah,
it's around then. That was maybe his last good effort. But yeah, stage 7 is again up to 2,000 meters. I would assume Pogacar.
This is one for Pogacar. I don't think the break gets this.
The breakaway doesn't win this one. No. We're from Val de Alba to Aramon Val de Linares. I hope I have.
No, you didn't. But
what?
No, I think we're just gonna have to ignore pronunciation. So sorry to our Spanish listeners or people who speak Spanish.
The Arctic Monkeys.
You're gonna have to explain that one.
Oh no, Oasis. That was it. Oasis, where you don't speak Spanish. But yeah, then that is probably like you mentioned, Pogacar. UAE control the entire day, probably like they always do, and wipe the floor with the opposition. And then you get...
Yeah, it's also just under 150k, 149.9.
So perfect, easy control.
Yeah.
And stage 8.
Flat.
That climb is maybe...
You've got a pretty severe climb in the last...
The profile
30Ks?
makes it look bigger than it is.
Yeah, but these profiles that ASO's generated are absolutely terrible.
It's only 3.8%, but they make it out like it's a 20% climb.
Yeah, they're just... All these profiles are terribly designed. They did the same in the Tour.
So there should be easily... And there should be one for the sprint.
I mean, it's still a climb, but I do expect that...
They should be getting dropped on a 4% climb.
Yeah, no. Then stage 9 on the Costa Blanca, proper mountain stage. Also the Alto de Aitana. That is tough. That's deep as hell towards the finish. Here I expect pretty significant gaps by Pogacar.
It's the one with the narrow...
rest of the field.
Is this the one with the narrow finish? I think McNulty maybe won it on there a few years ago. It was in the Valenciana. Obviously, the Valenciana races around this.
No, the last time it was won by Pierre Latour in 2016. I think it hasn't been used since.
No, but not in the Vuelta, sorry, in Valenciana. Because the Valenciana does race around this region. I know the Miserat was in a few stages of that. So that is a brute of a climb for the riders to deal with in the middle of the stage. So
also, we're getting more and more towards the south of Spain. Heat is going to come and play into this. Obviously, there's been a lot of heat adaptation in the entirety of Europe over the past couple of weeks. I think everyone's quite heat adapted by now. But the closer we get to the south of Spain, the more severe that will get.
And riders will obviously crack due to it as well. So
yes, although I don't expect Pogacar will ever crack due to the heat.
No, I think he maybe even gets stronger. It's like Hulk or something like that.
Then we've got a rest day. It's probably a pretty good area to have a rest day because, well, a lot of good hotels around there. Stage 10, we've got a hilly stage, 184 kilometers. I expect breakaway, but perhaps some of the sprinting teams want to have a go at this.
Maybe even Pedersen gets into the breakaway here, something like that.
That's actually not a bad shout.
Maybe they go into the Pedersen. So you could see
that could be a fun battle.
Yeah, for sure.
Then, as we said, stage 11, first actual full-on sprint stage. There's again, this profile shows a climb, but this is a sprint stage through and through. So maybe here we'll see likes of Matthew Brennan and Lawrence Pithy, although I expect Brennan will have the bigger speed to carry here.
Yeah, it's a nice start for them as well, by the seaside as well. So, like in Caratenga, and they finish in Losa. So it looks a fairly straightforward running, really. But then, yeah, there's a bit of a... The Vuelta does always throw up some spanners in the works when it comes to sprint finishes as well, doesn't it?
To be fair, every Grand Tour has done that this year.
It's just...
The Tour's done it, the Giro's done it. I mean, the Tour, they still put in a couple ones that are just like, okay, yeah, we're just going to have that promenade sprint. But overall, I think, they're making life difficult for the pure sprinters. But pure sprinters are adapting to that scenario. Stage 12, we have stage 2, Collado Alto. Summit finish, 166 kilometers. Miguel Angel Lopez was the last winner here for the Vuelta in 2017. So that kind of goes to show that's a tough climb.
Yeah, and hopefully the fans on the roadside are going to not see Miguel Angel Lopez there.
No, I don't think he will be there.
Well, I think it's official. We can rule that out because he's banned. So
yeah, okay. But yeah, I expect this to be a GC day. Pogacar probably wins. I mean, anytime it's a GC day, Pogacar probably wins. That's not a surprise anymore. Stage 13, we have 193 kilometers to Loja, which is billed as medium mountain. But I see this ending as a sprint.
I don't know what there may be on there. Maybe the opening half of the stage, do you see it that way?
Yeah, okay. But depends on how hard it's raced. I think if people kind of keep it chill, like I think a breakaway can go here and stay away. But if Visma and Trek want to control this could come down to a sprint. Stage 14, we have Sierra de la Pandera, full-on mountain stage with 3 climbs, but really the last one is
the Pandera.
That's the one to watch.
Monster.
Absolutely. Richard Carapaz won the last finish of this in 2022. Maybe he can do that again, because I don't think he's going for the GC. I think that was kind of talked out of his head by the team after quite a few illnesses and other things going on in the team. But I think even without a full team, Carapaz still has a shot at a podium here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he can also go and take the polka dot jersey again, can't he? So
yeah, I would expect that. I think he wants to go for a GC because in this field, he has the capabilities to do podium, even to finish second. So it'd be kind of a shame not to go for that. Although, does he need a team to do that? Not really, because UAE is still going to ride all day. So I think he should just go for the GC and finish second. Stage 15 for the final rest day, we've got the stage to Cordoba, again medium mountain, and this is a breakaway. The middle half of the stage is too tough for the sprinters, I think. Yeah,
I would say maybe Pedersen again gets himself into the breakaway. He has shown it before in this tough stages like this in the Vuelta, like especially last year. This part of the Vuelta, he did the same, didn't he? And then he won a stage because of it. So
yeah, you've got a flat running. So if he is there in a group, then he's one to watch. Although, again, if Wout's there, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then stage 16, after a stage, that's bolted on.
That's a siesta stage.
Yep.
That's
I would even kind of be surprised if there's a breakaway for this.
You probably, I mean,
it's 186 kilometers. Everyone kind of knows that's going to be a sprint. So do you really go for a hot day by yourself?
That's where the riders try it.
Because they've got easier supply.
No, but that's like when it's the most expected to be a sprint stage, that's when you see the breakaways actually succeed, if you know what I mean. We've seen in the Giro, in the Tour de France, it actually nearly happened as well. We had Slock, didn't you, getting caught probably with 1.2. So it can happen, as is the case again. In the Tour, you had that Battle of the Rouleurs, which was won by Asken, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, possible. But it depends on how depleted the resources are of the teams such as Trek, Visma, etc. But
you've got stage 17 then to Seville. That's another sprint stage. It's the flattest stage of the entire race.
Nice place to go to. So the riders, so you have that.
They can go do some sightseeing.
That's where Star Wars is filmed. Well, one of them is, so it's when the doers. So you'd be happy with that. But then on to stage 18, you get a clock against a clock. So yeah, and it's near where the Jerez circuit is. So it's when it goes into Jerez.
Yeah, so it's a 32.5 kilometer time trial. This is more for the pure time trial. There is some elevation, but not to the point where it should be what I think Ethan Hayter will not have too many issues with this. I think this is where Felix Gall needs to watch out and potentially loses a podium spot if he's still there.
Which he probably should.
Yeah, he should be there. But yeah, this is one of the stages that, a pretty flat TT. I mean, there's a couple of bumps in this, a pretty significant drag towards the end. But Gall's TT is pretty awful. So I expect him to kind of ship quite a bit of time here, especially to someone like Scialmoz, who I also think is a podium contender.
Especially with the form he showed in the Tours. So
yeah. Then we got stage 19 to Peñas Blancas, 205 kilometer, and a pretty significant climb at the end, which, I mean, you've got Carapaz winning in 2022. It's pretty perfect for him, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, if Gall loses time on the time trial, he makes it back up here. So, I mean,
yeah,
they won't be too shabby. You even have the appetizer before it, don't you? You have a few climbs to deal with. So the poor people who are dropped up the back are going to have a nice day in the saddle. You're going to be on fire. You're going to be feeling the heat and all that kind of crap. And then you have to deal with the time limit as well of the Peñas Blancas. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Then we've got stage 20. This is a real proper run stage. This is Queen stage. Up to Collado del Alguacil. And yeah, I mean, how many classified climbs? You've got 5 of them.
5, yeah.
3 of them are first category, and then the finish is Especial. So, yeah, I mean, if it's not been decided yet, the Vuelta will be decided here, but we all expect that it will be decided way before this.
Yeah,
but the podium probably gets
the
decided.
The podium, you're going to have a nice battle here. People for top 10s and things like that. It's going to be a nice cracking battle. The KOM battle could also come down to here.
That's a lot of points for the penultimate day.
You have HC at the end, so Pogacar maybe could take it. But obviously we've seen in the Tour de France, the stage 20 was a big scrap for the KOM. So let's hope there's a good fight there. But in terms of
something we've also seen in the Tour de France is that Pogacar kind of doesn't want to win the KOM.
It's another added time burner, isn't it?
Yeah, but you kind of seen him. That's kind of changed over the past couple of years, where he's not like if he actually loses some mountain points, he considers it a good thing. So he doesn't have to go on the stage for that as well.
It all adds up, doesn't it? The time from the podium, in terms of getting your rest, etc., your food, and all that type of thing. So, yeah, I mean,
so it's proof Pogacar doesn't want to win everything.
So, yeah, I mean, for him, I don't think you care about KOM jersey, do you?
No, probably not. So maybe in the last year of his career, he might go for it, but even then, might still want to go for the GCs instead. Then we got stage 21, 99 kilometers. But because we've got the Madrid F1 that weekend, we're not finishing in Madrid, we're finishing Granada. And honestly, they've clearly looked at Montmartre in Paris and thought, we'll have some of that.
It's to steal the homework, isn't it?
So we're going up the Alhambra 4 times.
They've even, you even start in the supermarket, don't you, as well? I mean, the Tour de France doesn't have that. So beat that, Tour de France, although it's the same organisers.
Which one do they start in? Is it in Carrefour?
Yes, a Carrefour supermarket. Like
all the people from Lotto and Lidl, they'll hide.
Yeah, they have to stay out the back. No, thank you. Cheers. They
don't want to get photographed in there. Although if you're a vice truffer, you don't really care about that, but it's not going to be there. So yeah, this is kind of just the
pure
Paris
vibes.
stage.
Pure vibe stage. I mean, it's a nice place as well. Granada for the race finish. The logistics, obviously, of the Madrid F1, like you mentioned there, it would have been probably a boring stage unless they tried the Paris route of what they did there with what Madrid
I don't know
is.
if you can in Madrid. Could
No,
you replicate that in Madrid?
I think you could. Madrid is it has some like small climbs after going there.
Yeah, but not like the super steep stuff.
They're not the super steep stuff.
I think this is actually the Alhambra 4 times. I'm curious how it's going to be with the distance towards the line, because it is pretty significant. But it's
8
kind of
kilometers.
Yeah, it's kind of like how it was in Paris last year.
Yeah.
So yeah, will they neutralize GC times in like before they do these laps like they're doing the Tour? I really hope not.
That would be utter woke nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, they need to stop doing that. Let them actually race. Yeah. What has won in Paris before in a very similar route, but obviously Pogacar is going to race these to the fullest.
Yeah, you would probably assume so, but does he go all in with what's a few weeks or pretty much. It's like a week and a half now or 2 weeks.
But maybe this is a good like final training exercise, although there's quite a few mountain stages right before this, so who knows what he's got left in the tank. Then it's more of a 2025 scenario. Maybe already slightly fatigued Pogacar against the other classics guys, which may have taken it a bit easier than that last week. Before we continue, I have to give a quick word from our sponsor, Ministry. They've sent out some stuff to us over the past couple of months, and we've obviously loved it. It is proper nutrition, not something that upsets your stomach. And yeah, every time that we've used it, we feel stronger. We feel ready to race. And if you want to try it out for yourself, you can use code Domestique20 at checkout to get 20% off a tasting box of good Ministry products. So you go to ministry.com, that's MNSTRY.com, and apply Domestique20 on checkout. Thank you to Ministry for sponsoring this podcast. Obviously, the podium battle is going to be the most interesting one, as is going to be the green jersey. Prediction time. Who is going to be the podium? Well, maybe number 2 and number 3, because we're just wasting time with saying number 1.
The second, Felix Gall, and then third, Oscar Onley.
Okay. I'm going to go quite differently and say Carapaz in second and
really
Skelmos in third.
You really believe in GC Carapaz?
Yes. I think smokescreen, what he's thrown. We all know that Carapaz does what he wants. Like team orders. And then we've got the green jersey. Obviously, there's 2 main contenders here. Although Visma could get a bit complicated because of how many sprinters they're bringing.
Yeah, it's a bit of a team dynamic comes into that aspect. So you'd assume, I'm going to say Pedersen goes and takes.
I'm also going to say Pedersen because I think that Wout is actually not going to care about the green jersey. And he just wants to win as many stages as he can. And if that means not contesting the sprint stages, then he's going to do that.
Caden Groves was an inclusion, I think, as well. It's not like confirmed, but I've read online that he's going to be doing the Vuelta. So
they've got Dainese for the sprints. I mean, not confirmed, but he's on the provisional start list.
I think he's passed it a bit for that.
Fair. And any other? So you've got Pithy. I don't think he's got it in him to contest for a green jersey. And that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
What do we expect of Primoz Roglic here?
Oh, a bang, basically. That's what I expect of his time at Red Bull. I think Roglic will finish around 5th.
You actually think he's going for GC and going to somewhat succeed in it?
Yeah, why not? I mean, he's obviously a man who has history with the Vuelta. The finishes all kind of suit him, don't they? So, if he can,
do you think he still has it in him?
He has one more in him.
He's not really shown that this season, though. At a single point, like he's done.
But it's the Vuelta.
Like
gets
25 race days. I think he goes for stages. I think we'll see finally a breakaway Roglic.
Do you think he'll win from the breakaway? He has everything needed to win it from that situation, though.
He should, yeah. So. Honestly, I hope that's the version of Roglic that we get to see. Kind of, you know how you had Remco a few years back?
Yeah.
Shipping a shit ton of time in one stage and then going for stages and the KOM after that. That's the Roglic I want to see. Like actual entertainment Roglic instead of just trying to get that top 5. I don't think... If you're Roglic, what the hell are you going to do with a top 5 in a GC?
Not much. But like, yeah, I guess he tries and tries and tries until he can't, really.
Yeah.
To the GC.
And of course, where does he go from here? Doesn't have a contract for next year. So it's also kind of a phase for him to prove like, hey, I can still do something for a team. I can still get some results, even if it's not winning a Grand Tour. It's pretty significant for him.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Are there any other riders that we have to watch?
I would say Laurent, Bissu, Mulibran, Tejada, Brenner. I think that's probably it in terms of riders to watch. Weedar will be interesting to see what you can do.
Yep, that's very true.
Discord in there as well. That would be nice to see what Lotto can do with those talents.
Yeah, it's kind of seeing what Lotto can evolve into because obviously today it's got announced that Dali is leaving the team and going to Tour. So yeah, we'll see a pretty significantly different phase to Intermarché Lotto in the next couple of years. And Reader's obviously a big project for them. Has been for a few years now already because he's been in the media for all that time. And now Grand Tour debut.
Yeah, it would be a nice stepping stone really as well, I think. Also,
and to be fair, like Belgian media is really not hyped him up. Like everyone's playing it cool.
Which is good for once.
Yeah, it's a nice pace. It's a nice change. But yeah, I mean, he's not shown the great results to warrant hype, but he's got it in him. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there is Jarno Riedar in the top 10 at the end.
No, not at all, really.
Here's how we'll do with the heat, but
yeah, that's always a thing to watch out for.
Yeah, and the TT is something that he's not been really good at. He's on 2 this year, and he finished 130th and 121st.
That's not the best.
That's far from the best. All right. Before we wrap up, I do have to also plug a little bit our new prediction game, Domestique Predict. We did this during the Tour de France. It's coming back for the Vuelta. So if you want to play with that, you go to peloton.domestiquecycling.com/predict and you start playing the Vuelta game. So this game features something kind of like a GC where you have to pick your favorite for each day. But the thing is, you can only pick each rider once, and the difference is made by the time gained in the GC, not by any sort of points like you would do in a regular fantasy game. It's been a lot of fun in the tour. I even got a little top 10 place at the end. So
Shameless.
Where did you end up, Ethan? Where?
40th? 30th?
Yeah. So something that's coming in for this race as well is that now we've got packs on Peloton where you can actually form a little bit of a mini league with your friends, so you can easily compare where you are compared to them. So you can make this smack talk a bit easier as well. So if you want to try that out, go to domestiquecycling.com, go to predict, and start playing. And try to beat me.
It won't be hard.
Yeah, we will also be giving away a red jersey to the winner of that race, of that game. So if you want to have a go at that, play with us. Ethan, before I wrap up this Vuelta preview, any last words?
Not really. Let's hope it's an entertaining race. It's going to be difficult, but you never know.
Yeah, I think for victories, probably not as entertaining as it could have been. But we've got to enjoy it while we have it. We've got to enjoy the mastery. So, with that, I want to thank you all for watching and listening. We really appreciate it. And with that, talk to you next time during the Vuelta.
Adios.